Welcome everyone. We've been here before, but the chance to experience it again with the same fidelity as part 2 is just too good an opportunity to pass up for me. You'll find my remastered Lorethrough in the link below, but this is the remake. Renamed part 1. I'm here on the holding screen because I want to dive in to the game and see how it is made up right from the very moment I press the button. I want to see all the differences. I've had a little look at my past playthrough just to remind myself of the caliber of the graphics and the movement, just so I can best experience what it's like now. So like I said, you'll find my remastered Lorethrough in the link below. And also below you'll find a link to my blind discovery of part 2. And after this remake Lorethrough now, we will seamlessly segue into a Lorethrough of part 2 and experience the whole story as one. I think that's important to do that. So if you've not joined me here before in a Lorethrough, then expect no stone unturned in discovering and weaving the emotions, motives and narrative webs together to give the games we love the attention they deserve, like this one. Please see below for many other journeys I've taken on the channel and on the main channel, the Patient Wolf, and also the story and lore videos I labour on after a game has been completed. This channel and the main channel is about discovering lore, understanding stories, themes and characters that exist within them. I've deliberately stayed away from the gameplay of the remake so I can discover it with you, but please do let me know in the comments down below now what you think of it. Tell me about the connection you have with this story and how this remake supports that or not. And also, if you can, tell me what brought you to this channel and what you'd like to see here in the future. That would help me. And what also would help me, if you want to feel compelled to press like on any of the videos in this series, please let it be this first one to help the series get put in front of more beautiful eyes like yours. And should you wish to support my work via Patreon, you will also get the chance to binge multiple episodes of this series right after this one, before the rest of YouTube do, and also ad-free as well. And all story and lore videos are aired ad-free at least 1 week before anyone else. And you also get the chance to vote which playthroughs I undertake here on Patient Plays, perhaps the next one after this. So, I'm the Patient Wolf, and sincerely thank you for joining me. Please plug in, tune out of the world, and join me as we discover together, or rediscover, the world of The Last of Us Part 1. Naughty Dog, you've brought me back again. And here is the famous, familiar screen. Again, side-by-side comparisons would help us, but it's all too familiar. The ravages of 20 years since a pandemic have produced that scene there, and a scene we regularly come across as we enter buildings with Joel throughout the first part of this saga. Okay, Left Behind we will visit, and we'll visit just like in the last Lorethrough, we'll visit that sequentially. I think I'm just going to stick with moderate. We might raise it to hard if we find it easy, but this is a Lorethrough. Let's focus on the story and keep that at the forefront rather than worrying about me dying. Can be changed later. That ticking sound. Wow. It looks great.
Tommy, listen to me. He is the contractor. He's the contractor, okay? I can't lose this job. I understand. Let's talk about this in the morning, okay? We'll talk about it in the morning. All right, good night.
Hey.
Scoot.
Monday at work, huh?
What are you still doing up? It's late.
Oh, crud, what time is it?
It's way past your bedtime.
But it's still today.
Honey, please not right now. I do not have the energy for this.
Here,
What's this?
your birthday? You kept complaining about your broken watch. So I figured, you know. You like it?
Look at her face.
Honey, this is... It's
What?
nice, but I think it's stuck. It's not...
What? No. Oh, ha ha.
Where did you get the money for this?
Drugs. I sell hardcore drugs.
Oh, good. You started helping out with the mortgage then.
Yeah, you wish.
His face looks so young. It's sometimes quite hard to discern the passage of time, 20 years, except for the grey flecks in his hair, but this is, you're able to see his youth.
All right, baby girl.
I think he was tipping his early 30s at this point. Good night, baby girl.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
Here we go. So we're going to have a good look around. We received a call from Tommy. Tommy's panicked. It's a surreal time to be woken up with a panicked voice. She's getting her shit together. But let's look around this room. So obviously, all the different assets on the wall, I don't know if there's been more added, but you get to see them all. And you also get to see these photos that I don't remember seeing. There's a young Tommy there to the left, with Joel, with Sarah. What's this here? There's 3 characters there. I don't know if they're her friends or not, but I've not seen that before. She's big into her football. She's big into her horror movies and her various other teenage fancies, like a Justin Bieber-esque character over there. She's got a skateboard. What else has she got? This is a lot more full. What I might do is try and just put a few side by sides here from the original footage, just to see different sections. I won't be able to discern right now, but you will. The kind of difference. So we can go out of the room, but we can also look at this card that she created for Joel's birthday. He's back from work. He came back late. She stayed up for him. She knows what he's up against, or what he puts himself up against, in order to keep this household running as a single parent. We don't know why, where, why, who the mother was.
Oh, dang it. I forgot to give this to him.
Congratulations. You're not a fossil yet. Dear Dad, let's see. You're never around. You hate the music I'm into. You practically despise the movies I like. And yet somehow you still manage to be the best dad every year. How do you do that? So she knows what he's up against, and she knows the kind of relationship they have, and the discrepancies there are in that relationship, but they overcome that. It seems they're able to curl up on the sofa together at the end of a long day, knowing that they're perhaps not spending as much quality time as they could be or should be. So we've all played this game. I doubt any of you are watching this, discovering this game for the first time, because you shouldn't be. You should be discovering this game upon your own. So we've got to make the most of our time with Sarah. She's got this strip from her football team, which is sort of the Argentinian colours. She doesn't keep up with the washing, because Joel sure as hell is not going to. Different books. I'm trying to zoom in, but we can't. Yeah, I think there's a lot more assets here. I think. Strength. So she's S is for strength. So that's her. Whether that's given to her or that's something she's chosen, that's the mantra she looks to live her life by. Strength, being strong, being stoic, being part of a one-parent household, an only child. She looks to stay strong. She wears her band t-shirt. So we were in 2013 now, so it's a 1-year-old band t-shirt. Look in the bathroom here. We get to see. Yeah, there's more assets, I think. Look, there's after you've dropped the kids off at the pool, you can light an incense stick. I don't remember seeing that at all. What else we've got? We've got kind of various blades and tools and necklaces and rings. It's his and hers toothbrush. It's a hairdryer, a razor. She uses a hairdryer. And curling tongs. I doubt she uses those with hair like that, but maybe she does. Here's the Texas Herald. They're in Austin, or outside Austin. It's a lot higher fidelity, so we're able to read this a lot better. So, photo credits Erica Santiago. So there's a sort of a stock shot of the emergency unit. So there's been spikes in the hospitals in the area. FDA expands list of contaminated crops. Massive recalls anticipated. 300% increase due to mysterious infection. Wow. So we can look at the weather in the top right. A high of 91 degrees, a low of 80, humidity 30. I think it's typical weather for the region. The Food and Drug Administration's investigation of crops potentially tainted with mold continues across the country. Initial lists distributed to vendors nationwide warned against crops imported from South America. However, now the scope is extended to include Central America and Mexico. Several companies have already voluntarily, I imagine, sort of stopped using these crops. The FDA is expected to release an expanded list, food under there, so that's continued. And here is a obviously disparate but related subject of a crazed woman killed husband and 3 others. So they're not connecting the zombie-like violence of the infected to this contaminant just yet. An encounter with local law enforcement yesterday evening ended in bloodshed when police responded to several 911 calls in Westlake Hills. Upon discovery of a grisly murder scene, officers were violently attacked by something or other. So this is September the 26th, 2013, the Texas Herald. They're connecting the dots about this infection. But it's happening fast. We've got Texas boots on the wall. We've got these pictures we've not seen. Definitely not seen that one. Do you think... Right, so we've got old pictures here. Presumably Joel's parents. That's not Joel, is it? That's Joel's dad and mother. And I think that's his mum in an old sort of vintage photograph of her in the kitchen. We've got Tommy and the daughter there. Joel and Sarah there. Tommy and Sarah there. And this babber, it's black and white, so that could be Sarah or it could be Joel's childhood photograph. I imagine it's Sarah. Before we go in to the room, let's get a closer look at this. Everything you need to know about creating a startup. This is stuff we hadn't seen before. We'd seen these plans on the left. Buying a contract. 2 ways to get a free merch. So he's looking to expand his business, it seems. He's taken on this business and it's taking off. I don't think he's struggling financially, Joel. I think he's set up this endeavour through his experience in the building trade. That's what I think. And he's starting to sort of oversee these contracts with these larger contracts with his brother and perhaps hiring other people to help him as and when needed. So as he came home there, he was at the end of a long day. So I just think the stress of this is he's getting carried away. I don't think he needs to work as hard as he is working. But maybe he doesn't usually... I'm not sure. He's not a guy to be present with someone. So he loves his daughter. He spends the time he spends with her. And he gives her all the opportunities he can. But I think if he was to really be truthful with himself, he could spend more time with his daughter. But being present with a child, you have to kind of get out of your head. And maybe that's due to the pain he's felt in the past. I imagine with the mother of Sarah and him being a father so young. I imagine being present with that might be hard for him. He's not one to be attuned with his emotions and be present. So these are things I'm projecting on him from what I know of Joel.
You in here?
To be somehow connected to the
Where
nationwide
the heck
pandemic.
are you?
We've received reports that victims afflicted with the infection show
That's
signs
nearby.
of increased aggression, and
Move everybody out of here now. There's a gas leak. Hey,
there seems to be some commotion coming from.
I love this. Look at that.
What was that? Oh God.
This is Joel's room.
Dad?
So we're in the suburbs of the city, but we can see it off in the distance. It's very close. And it's starting to kick off out there. Pandemonium is starting to happen. On Joel's vanity stand, his chest of drawers, he's got a picture of himself and his dad, I imagine. He's got pills, various pills to combat perhaps his his sore knees and things like that. He doesn't get around to the laundry. He doesn't make his bed. He's only got one pillow because that's all he needs. He's not connected romantically with anyone. He's busy with his work, busy with his child. Don't know who that is there. Some kind of line dance. He's got the box of his watch there on the side. His pills he definitely needs to take. He's got his Kleenex. Every good man needs his Kleenex. He's got his wank mags underneath with various lotions and things. He's a single man with needs, all right? If he can't get anyone to tend to them, then needs must when the devil drives. This is all new to me. Various luggage. He's got his LPs, he's got his CDs, he's got his books, he's got his magazines. He imbibes popular culture where he can get it, but I think he likes what he likes. He loves wildlife. He loves the great outdoors. He loves country music. In the year of 2013, one of his favourite bands, Pearl Jam, released their album, of which we get to understand a bit of later on. And that's the last album they released in this universe. What time we got there? 1. It's coming up to 2 a.m. There's his workman's gear, there's his guitar. And he likes to ride. Don't know how often he rides, where he rides.
Dad?
But he rides a bike. More photographs.
What is going on?
Outside a cruise ship. A younger Tommy. Well, no, maybe that's the same age, but that's their business that they have together, and it looks to be thriving. Okay, I've never seen that before. Activity going on outside. What have we got here? These are kind of scratch cards and lottery tickets. He likes to sort of try his hand at these different things. Maybe he's looking for a way out of this job. He'd rather just have the money. And he can sit on his porch with his guitar and not deal with his stress. So he's got his hard hat, his baseball cap, his cowboy hat, and the various other shoes and things he needs. The fidelity of this is a lot higher, and I think they have so many more assets. That's nuts. I thought that might be an ashtray, but no, it's...
There's his phone.
Okay, we'll grab that phone in a minute. What have we got here? He loves his photos. He keeps his photos of family close. We've not seen this before. I can't get in close there, but that's obviously Sarah and another sort of family excursion. Different files, different books, different magazines. I don't know whether he's got numerous guitars or that's his guitar and his case is upstairs. Oh, there's a PlayStation 3. There's obviously going to be an Uncharted game somewhere kicking about. Uncharted 2, I think, was the release at the time. This is a lot more detailed. You can see a lot more. We've got her bike outside. Is that over there? Is that like a barbecue or something? The red in the distance. Anyway, Sarah is wondering what the hell is going on. Yeah, we're going to grab you in a minute. There's crock pots, there's spice racks. I think he could cook up a storm if he wanted to. I'm going to be home late tonight. Go ahead and order food. See you in the morning. Well, she wanted to stay up
Where is he?
for his birthday. September 2013.
8 missed calls.
Oh, there's a photo of...
So are you?
There's a photo of her...
Only on my way.
Of her trophy win there this time that I've not seen before. 8 missed calls. Where the hell are you? Call me. On my way. Okay. He has been out of the house without his phone for at least 5 minutes, possibly a bit more. 5-10 minutes. Okay. So obviously we've got a bit of movement in that tyre now. This is the point of no return. This is where all hell breaks loose. This is where Sarah's world is turned upside down, as is Joel's.
There you are.
Sarah, are you okay?
Yeah?
Does anyone come in here?
No, who would come in here?
Don't go near the doors. Just stand back there.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers. Something ain't right with them. I think they're sick.
What kind of sick?
Jeez. Jimmy!
Dad?
Come here. Come here. Jimmy! Jimmy, just stay back! Jimmy, I am warning you!
You shot him.
Sarah.
I saw him this morning.
Listen to me. There is something bad going on. You've got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Tommy, come on. Come on.
Where the hell you been? You have any idea what's going on out there?
I got some notion.
Holy shit.
What in there?
You got blood all over
It
you.
ain't mine. Let's just get out of here.
This ain't half the people in the city lost their minds.
Can we just please...
Some sort of parasite or something. You gonna tell me what happened?
Later.
Hey, Sarah. How you holding up, honey?
I'm fine. Can we hear what's on the radio?
Yeah, sure thing.
Thanks.
Okay.
No cell phone. No radio. Yeah, we're doing great.
Look at this.
The newsman wouldn't shut up.
They say where to go?
They said, Army's put up roadblocks on the highway. No getting into Travis County.
We need to get the hell out. Take 71.
71, that's where I'm headed.
Did they say how many are dead?
Probably a lot. We found this one family all mangled inside their
Tommy.
house. Right.
He's not a parent. He sometimes has to check himself.
Jesus Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town. First they're saying it's just the South. Now they're going on about the East Coast, the West Coast. Holy hell. That's Lewis's farm. I hope that son bitch made it out.
I'm sure he did.
Are we sick?
No, of course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine, trust me.
All right.
Let's see what they need.
Who do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
They got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy.
He didn't know them, but his focus is on Sarah.
Someone else will come along.
You should have helped him.
I doubt Joel ever remembers that decision he made. It's not important. It's overshadowed by what's to come.
Oh, this is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
We could just backtrack and...
What the fuck, man? Let's go!
It's happening.
Turn us around. Tommy! Tommy!
Holy shit!
There's gridlock up there. There's military helicopters.
What the fuck just happened? Did you see that?
Yes, I saw him.
God damn.
Turn here, turn here.
No.
Come on, people, move.
What are they running from?
Get us out of here.
I'm trying.
Oh no.
We can't stop here, Tommy.
I can't fucking drive through them,
Then
Joel!
back up then!
They're behind me, too!
There! Hold on! Go!
That's the last of the car, but we've got to protect Sarah as long as we can.
Daddy? Hey!
Get back. Get back.
Okay.
wearing the watch so lovingly given to him hours before.
Dad?
I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come on, give me your hand. What is it?
My leg hurts.
How bad?
Pretty bad.
We're gonna need to run.
God. Keep us safe. Come on, baby. Now hold on tight.
Tom and Joel working together here. Look at this.
I'm scared.
Just keep your eyes closed, honey. Watch out!
There's people at the gas station over there. Oh my word.
Keep running!
This feels...
Keep looking at me, baby.
This feels more visceral, doesn't it?
We're gonna get out of this. I promise.
What we've got here, Damocles Rising, Blood Samurai, Fever Dream.
Get back! There's too many of them!
There are too many of them.
Through the alley!
Gift shops. And his flower shop. Right, we're following Tommy. Tommy's protecting us. We're working together. Just as we do in the years to come. Oh!
He's dead! God damn it!
We're almost there. We're almost there, baby.
They're getting through the fence! Keep going! Find your way out of here! Come on!
To the back of the cantina. The local watering hole.
Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun them!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there! Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Some kind of crash down here. Oh my word.
They're getting closer.
Oh shiza. This is real.
Dad?
So an ambulance has crashed down here. Oh no!
It's okay, baby. We're safe. We're safe. Hey, we need help.
Stop!
Please. It's my daughter. I think her leg is broken.
Stop right there!
Okay. We're not sick.
Got a couple of civilians in the outer perimeter. Please advise.
Daddy, what about Uncle Tommy?
We're gonna get you to safety and go back for him, okay?
Sir, there's a little girl. But... Yes, sir.
Somebody, we've just been through hell. Okay, we just need... Shit. Please don't. Oh no. Sarah. Move your hands, baby. I know, baby, I know.
God, that face.
Listen to me, I know this hurts you. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me.
Oh, fucking hell, that face.
I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. No. No, no, no. Please. 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 Please don't. Please.
That never gets easy, even in the remastered, even in the original version. But to have
The number of confirmed deaths
Oh, gotta
has
listen to this
passed
now, haven't we?
200. The governor has called a state of emergency.
Hundreds and hundreds of bodies lining the streets. panic spread worldwide after a leaked report from the World Health Organization showed that the latest vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Los Angeles is now the latest city to be placed under martial law. All residents are required to report to their designated quarantine. Riots have continued for a third consecutive day, and winter rations are at an all-time low.
A group calling themselves the Fireflies have claimed responsibility for both attacks.
Their public charter calls for the return of all branches of government.
Demonstrations broke out following the execution of 6 more alleged Fireflies.
You can still rise with us. Remember, when you're lost in the darkness, look for the light. Believe in the Fireflies.
So this introduces the faction railing against the people like that guy that shot Sarah. But man, 20 years later. Look at that. Here we get to see that 20 years a lot clearer.
I'm coming.
In the lines on his face and the flecks in his beard and the scars dotted around the area of his trials and tribulations he's met so far.
How was your morning?
Tess looks a lot older and a lot more ravaged too.
No, I don't want one.
Well, I have some interesting news for you.
Where were you, Tess?
West End District. Hey, we had a drop to make.
We had a drop to make.
Well, you wanted to be left alone, remember?
So I'll take one guess. The whole deal went south and the client made off with our pills. Is that about right?
Deal went off without a hitch. Enough ration cards to last us a couple of months, easy.
You want to explain this?
I was on my way back here, and I got jumped by these 2 assholes, all right? And yeah, they got a few good hits in, but... Look, I managed.
Give me that. Are these assholes still with us?
That's funny.
At least find out who they were.
Yeah, look, they were a couple of nobodies. They don't matter. What matters is that Robert fucking sent them.
Our Robert.
He knows that we're after him. He figures he's gonna get us first.
Son of a bitch, he's smart.
No. He's not smart enough. I know where he's hiding.
Like hell you do.
Old warehouse in Area 5. Can't say for how long, though.
Well, I'm ready now. Yeah?
Oh, I can do now.
God, it means so much. The look at this. The fidelity in the faces and the facial expressions add more to the performance. I'm convinced. I'm not just caught up in the marketing of having to spend, you know, another $80 on this game.
Still open.
And then a few hours left until curfew.
For the privilege, but it has changed. Okay, here we go. But let's talk about that scene that we hate experiencing, but we need to understand Joel's plight. The facial expressions, the glint of the moonlight on the tears added more to the performance, and it was deeper and richer, and especially the anguish on Sarah's face. And as Joel turns away helplessly looking at his brother and turns back, her life is gone from her face, and he knows he's lost her. It's the same dialogue performance, I think, exactly, but it changes slightly. It becomes more anguished on Sarah's face. But here we are 20 years later. He's obviously still dreaming, still haunted, damaged, traumatized by it all. And he still wears that watch that he touches absent-mindedly every now and then. He doesn't want to talk about his loss, but he feels it every day. But he's been through much in the last 20 years. Tommy's not here. We'll find out where that relationship went later. But he has got with a woman called Tess. He's with her romantically, but that kind of has dissolved into the background of what they need to face every day, and what they face and how they survive is by smuggling things.
I've been selected for outside Such crap. Soldiers are supposed to handle the outside.
I'll make sure to tell them that. What about you, Joel? You been summoned for this bullshit yet?
Nope.
Yeah, I bet.
So the dudes in charge, here, the military, Fedra, they run this quarantine zone and they've got to abide by their rules and help when needed. They've started doing sort of runs outside of the city and being picked. Oh, I've not heard that before. Wow. I've not heard that before. A baby in an open window. The population is getting on with things, it seems. But that baby is born in this post-apocalyptic regime.
Attention. Citizens are required to carry a current ID at all times. Compliance with all city personnel is mandatory.
Look at that. Ration line hasn't opened yet. Must be running low again.
Okay, so lots of food is rationed.
When the rations arrive, we'll open the door, right?
So it's sparse.
Are you fucking kidding me? That's 3 weeks in a row now.
Well, what are you gonna do?
This is such fucking bullshit. I bet those uniforms over there, they don't get half rations.
Keep your voice down. What's wrong with you?
Whatever, I don't even care anymore. Let them take me.
Just be quiet.
Now, that feels new to me. I don't think it is, but I think it's a conversation that I've not remembered. But look outside here. This is developed. We can see what's going on outside the other end of the quarantine zone. Military holding the line here in Boston. Regulations. Not seen this before. You must not have any diseases or conditions that could be contagious or life-threatening. You will be required to pass a physical. The purpose of Form 714 Ration Perm Card is to identify permanently assigned or attached soldiers and enlisted personnel. All firearms are to be reported for usage to Armory. Only those with a Ration Perm Card are able to check out firearms from the armory. So this is aimed at the regulations of the Fedra folk. Movement to and from infected areas under something in Regulations 37 must be authorized by a unit commander. Use of deadly force authorized. Okay, so strict rules. This is a quarantine zone that is hanging on by a thread. They're not able to feed or keep the populace happy. Okay, this has been enacted, so let's go and watch this. There's the scanner. Oh.
Next time I'm gonna put a bullet in your head, you hear me?
I can't get too close.
No. I'm not infected.
Hold
it's
her
wrong.
down.
This scan's wrong.
Do it.
Please.
Eyes forward.
Look at that. It's not a gunshot. It's almost an instant death by injection. And he wasn't going to stay to find out what happened to him. Okay, so they were...
Alright, people, this isn't a show. Keep moving along.
We will keep moving. So these guys were found. They weren't legitimately in the quarantine zone. They were in a building that wasn't supposed to be occupied. So I'm not always going to be they might have put new lines of dialogue in here. Wow, that's open. That's never been open before.
Seems like more people are getting infected.
That just means more people are sneaking out.
More people are sneaking out, trying to get food, trying to supplement the rations that the meager rations that they get. Right, mate. He's got a handsome tattoo of a Reaper on his arm. Yeah, these any sort of new additions of dialogue, I'm going to wonder whether it's me forgetting it, whether the fidelity of the expressions have changed this performance in my eyes, or they've added new stuff. Hey.
Eddie.
You hear they took Marianne?
What happened?
Came and snatched her in the middle of the night. Said she was a firefly. You believe that shit?
Better not mention the fireflies too loudly. You don't want the wrong person hearing you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right.
Okay, so fireflies aren't ever present in here, but they've been kind of stamped out. But Joel was once affiliated with them in some way.
They fucking lynched him.
The entire squad?
Yeah. Way I heard it, they lined him up in the street and cut him up. Retribution and shit. If we ever lose control of this place to the stragglers, that's what'll happen to us.
That would never go down here. Any straggler even looks at me the wrong way, I put his ass down.
I'm sure that's what they thought at every other QZ before riots broke out.
It's those goddamn fireflies. Keep stirring the population up. We put an end to it. That's how you solve it.
We agree on that.
Passive storytelling. We're understanding about the fireflies, the resistance, visual storytelling about how they are underwhelmed and dissatisfied in the QZ, how it's going wrong, how people are oppressed, how things ain't good. Joel and Tess go with it because they have a way of surviving despite the state of play. They smuggle things. We're on our way to see Robert because he hasn't played ball in that endeavour in the way we'd want. So we're trying to get out, trying to see him, trying to put things right.
Checkpoint's to your left, sir. What the hell's wrong with you? Beat it, pal.
Get a few lines of dialogue if we... Oh! We were warned. I think they do that in the remaster. We're able to get this early. So these are the sort of... these are the people that are enlisted to go outside and do jobs for them. I don't know whether it's clearing the road, this, that and the other, but they're putting themselves at risk and they're back for the moment.
They died right in front of me. Damn runners came out of nowhere. What am I supposed to tell their families?
So if it's, it's not foolproof. People die. People die when they go outside of the quarantine zone. But some people choose to live there. And we'll see those guys in a minute.
I got us all new papers. They shouldn't give us any static.
I heard it, they lined him up in the street and cut him up. Retribution and shit. If we ever lose control of this place to the stragglers, that's what'll happen to us.
Right, I'm just going to speak to these guys because I don't think we're speaking to them yet.
They caught him trying to use fake ration cards.
Jesus. What'd they do?
What do you think? They beat the shit out of him and dragged him off. Haven't heard from him since.
Fucking idiot. Should have known better.
He's got a family. What's the guy gonna do?
Yeah? How's that working out for him now?
Yeah, asshole, what are you looking at?
Ronnie, shut the fuck up, man. Hey, Joe, we're not looking for trouble, okay?
No harm, no foul.
That's interesting, isn't it? They've got a quiet respect for their endeavour. They're obviously known as people not to be messed with. They are underground, so not everyone knows. But this guy wasn't in the loop, and Joel's understood that. But there's fireflies, there's wanted posters, and we'll see more about Marlene very shortly. The rest of them we don't meet. Is this all there is? People remember a time before this and they want more. Some people that were born to this.
You see your IDs.
Here you go.
What's your business here?
Got the day off. Visiting a friend.
All right, move on through.
Thanks.
Get out of here, Joe! Close it off! The fireflies! They're running!
Come on, let's get out of here.
So quick turn.
Let's go, come on.
Goddamn fireflies.
Attention. Checkpoint 5 is now closed until further notice. All civilians must clear the surrounding area immediately.
Okay, so there's a bit of a lockdown. We can't get out in the usual way, so we've got to take more
Come on.
indirect routes. Caught a bit of shrapnel there.
So much for the easy route. Patch yourself up, all right?
Let's sort it out. It's the
We're gonna
HUD.
close all the checkpoints. We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Cute.
Okay, so these buildings are occupied, but they shouldn't be.
Hey, Tess, you see that shit?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols. And where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene? What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
You think she'd tell me?
Well, what did you tell her?
The truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
There's a box for a generator there. He's keeping pigeons in a cage.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the fireflies do.
This is lovely. The lights, it's a lot more sort of atmospheric. Different sort of light sources. More dynamic range within the darks and the brights.
This is us.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been quiet. No signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay, what do we got here? A kitchen with the usual.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Yeah, in a moment, Tess. We're just having a look at what's going on. Bit of a poker game to pass the time. Perhaps using cigarettes as a currency. God, 20 years. They can't. They're not making cigarettes anymore. So the cigarettes that are around are probably dry as hell and don't taste very good at all. Unless there's some kind of production that's kicked in somewhere to respond to that need. Tobacco growth and processing it. Look at the light on the cans. That's pretty neat. Right, dude? Yeah, I could do with a bit of sweep and tidy, boys. Come on. Bit of pride. There is a DVD
Take it easy out there.
to the some kind of movie. Yeah, we're going to be looking out hotly for a Jade Austen,
There be light.
our favourite book.
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch it and throw away down here. Let's grab our gear.
Okay, so the different bedrolls and things, they hide out here when they need to. This is unknown to the soldiers, but there's a generator. I don't know if it's that generator we saw in terms of the box, but they've really tunneled under these the sort of basements of these buildings and created their own routes in and out. Very valuable smuggler
Still
routes.
here from last time.
And ration cards is what they're after, I think. But ration cards don't have the value they used to because they can't get, you know, there's no rations. So they must use other currency as well. Maybe people create moonshine. Maybe there's other produce and things that are created somewhere, somehow. But there's a map to all the routes that are safe currently. Lobster Company, Commonwealth. Freshest shellfish. Lacquer, thinner. This is a workbench. And here we've got our items we need.
Not a lot of ammo.
You'll make your shots count.
These are new little items, aren't they? Here we go.
All right, Texas. Boost me up.
Here we go. Always interesting, I find. I pointed this out in the last... I think it's in part 2 as well. If I turn the light off, we can...
Want to boost me up?
We can turn around quite readily. But as soon as the light comes on, we're not able to see the front. Yes, we are. That's new. We weren't able to see the front readily, but we are now. Forget I said anything. Okay, she calls us Texas affectionately. We're a long way from Texas now.
Yes, ma'am.
Toto.
Come on.
Go on.
Got it.
Be careful.
When am I not?
Got a trick question?
So we've been through a lot of emotion to start with. We had the calm of their relationship, introducing to the father-daughter dynamic that they had. That set up the tragedy and the loss that Joel has felt. Then we've got a 20-year lapse, and we're getting introduced to this new way of living, this new life that they've had and are having. So this bit, the pacing of this game is often immaculate. Even on replays, we just get to wander through, just understanding this new relationship we've got here between Joel and Tess, and how that works out with all the pain and loss that they felt individually that we don't understand.
Ain't been out here in a while.
Everything about.
It's like we're on a date.
Well, I am the romantic type.
You got your ways.
So they're very kind of clinical in the way they speak to each other, but every now and then, just when they're on their own and there's quiet moments, they let these kind of almost lovingly passive-aggressive comments exchanged between each other that kind of speak to their dependency on each other. And I don't think it's the perfect relationship that they have together by any means. It's one of necessity, it's one of convenience a lot of the time, but they find solace in each other perhaps because of who they are and the pain that they don't insist each other revisit every now and then. Oh, this is nice. This is beautiful. That's lovely water there, Naughty Dog. That's beautiful water. Some kind of pothole that has been produced, sinkhole, over time.
Where's the ladder?
It's got to be around here somewhere.
I know where the ladder is. Don't you worry, Tess. It's right behind this car. Don't you worry, my darling.
Got it.
Great, bring it over.
That's a fine, fine ladder. That'll last any apocalypse.
Ladies first.
First of a long line
You
of
must be thinking
plank
of someone else.
placements that we
That's
do
all
in this
relative.
game.
This way.
Thankfully, we enjoy a bit of exposition on characters while we do it. The quiet moments punctuate. Here we go. The more dramatic moments. These books are more defined, are they? So the longer I go into this game, the more the impact of the remake-ness is going to fade into the background. It always does. You kind of get accustomed to the current way of things, and I won't notice 1 or 2 episodes in. This will be about the game and the lore again, and hopefully the way it's been remastered will present a few more kind of different angles that they take, that we understand these characters are going through. But the more we go through, the less I will notice. And because I don't necessarily always notice the fidelity of games, once you start getting into the story and the mechanics and the way the game plays, these kind of things recede into the background, but they do support storytelling in a great way. And I will pounce on those whenever I notice them. Okay, so this is a Firefly hideout with kids and adults, different folk staying here for relative reasons. And they're mostly children that have written their names on the walls. Neuroscience books, psychology books, textbooks of obstetrica? Don't know. Obstetrics, was it? Take my advice. Stay on the other side of the wall. So, the Firefly emblem there. Keep the fuck out of Worcester. What's that mean? Keep the fuck out of Worcester? Providence burned. Not my shit. Burn the infection. Some of these are new to me, I think. Here we go. Here's the pendant. David Michael Vigil, 00102. The 102nd Firefly member. Could be nationally, could be just in Boston. There we go, first trophy of the game. So of course this version doesn't have a multiplayer system, so it should be easier to platinum. For those that want to spend the time.
Down through here.
Okay, thanks Tass, coming down. That's the point of no return there, so let's just make sure we're not forgetting. I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog would have placed the different collectibles and assets and consumables in the same place each time. I don't think we'll need to rediscover
You think
those
Robert's
things.
still got our guns?
For his sake, he better.
Look, once we get our merchandise back, it should be easy to unload.
Well, speaking of merchandise, when's that next shipment due?
Oh, we're meeting Bill next month. More pills, lots of ammo, supposedly.
Yeah, well, he always shows up with something. Should keep us busy for a while.
So, someone they work with, who we'll get to meet very shortly.
Hold up. Spores.
Okay, our first encounter with spores. They know full well when they see this material in the air, they've got to put that on because there'll be curtains otherwise.
Where the hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
They're coming out of something. Stay alert.
These are new signs, I've not seen those before. Soapy Queen, Soap and Suds. Thanks for being so considerate. Some kind of laundry room.
There's our culprit.
Body's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
There we go. So, if you haven't seen it, I've got a video on the law of the infected, talking about how when their time is over and the spores want to move on, they make the host find a quiet corner somewhere where the spores can be released and propagated in a sort of dark space like this. So the infection tells them when to go and do this. Sometimes they move on to different stages, sometimes it's their time to just sit in a corner, die, and let another host have a turn.
We should be able to fit through here. Oh, shit!
You okay?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful. Easy. Jesus. Watch it.
Help me. My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn. Please.
What do you want to do?
So, he's accepted his fate, he knows what's coming, he's seen it before. He's trapped under there, he's had time to think about it. He is going to die, and he can die on his own terms, or he can die at the hands of the infection. And we know what we'd want in his position. So this game is brilliant because it gets us to go through a tutorial by making a very, very difficult choice, and that's how it's telling us how to shoot. So what we do is we get to prime our weapon, we get to aim, and we get to finish this. That's all we've got time for today. Thank you for watching. If you're watching this series as it's released on YouTube, remember, if you're a patron, you can go over to Patreon in the link below now, and you can binge watch many episodes of this series. You don't have to wait. But if you don't fancy that, the next episode will be along very soon. And in the meantime, you can also watch another series linked on the screen now. I'm the Patient Wolf, and I'll see you next time.